Hey there. So today we're going to be answering the following question. A farmer plans to cover a 70 by 125 yard rectangular field with enriched soil 3 inches deep. Each truckload of soil costs $280 and has a volume of 85 cubic yards. Part A is how many truckloads of soil does the farmer need? Part B is what is the total cost of the soil? Well, once we figure out part A, figuring out part B is going to be fairly simple. One of the first thing we got to do is draw a picture of the scenario. So I'll have our rectangle here. And we'll go like that. So here's our rectangle. This is going to be our height of 3 inches. This is going to be our width of 70 yards. That's the height. And this is going to be our length of 125 yards. So, and this is really a volume question in order to figure out how much volume it is. So it's in the shape of a rectangular prism. So the volume is the length times the width times the height. However, if we plug this in, we're going to get 125 yards times 70 yards times 3 inches. Now, that's kind of weird because that would give us dimensions of yards squared inches, and well, we don't need that. So we need to convert the 3 inches to yards. Now, in order to do that, you need to know 2 things. You need to know that 1 foot equals 12 inches, and you need to know that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So now I have to convert the inches to yards. So we can do that on the right hand side here. So 3 inches is going to be, well, we're going to put the foot on top, or feet, or 1 feet, over the 12 inches. And we're going to have the 1 yard over the 3 feet. So we're going to have our inches cancel out, our foot and our feet cancel out, and we're going to be left with yards. And that is going to leave us with 3 over 12 times 3 yards. Can't fit it in there, so we'll let Y stand for yards. And the 3's will cancel, so I'll leave us with 1/12 yard. Okay, so now we have our 3 inches in yards. So now we can plug that away over here. So we get 125 yards times 70 yard times 1/12 yard. And if you do the multiplication, you get 729 and 16th yard cubed. So that's the volume. So the question, but that's not the answer to the question. The question is, how many truckloads of soil does the farmer need? So if we can convert cubic yards into truckloads, because in our problem statement, it says each truckload of soil costs $280 and has a volume of 85 cubic yards. So we can say that per truckload, we have 85 cubic yards. So for that, we can take our 729.16 cubic yards and multiply it by 1 truckload per 85 cubic yards. And the cubic yards will cancel out and we'll just be left with truckloads. So 729.16 divided by 85 is 8.5 578. We'll just call it loads. So we got that. But, well, assuming that we can't order partial loads, this is going to give us 9 truckloads. So that's how many truckloads we need. Now part B is what is the total cost of the soil. So the total cost is going to equal the number of loads times the cost of a load. So that's going to be equal 9 times $280. Well, if we want to be accurate, because why not? So it'll be 9 loads times $280 per load. So the load units will cancel, and we'll be left with 9 times 280, which is equal to $2,520.